Let's talk a little statistics here. We have 4 countries that have not competed in the Halfpipe Quadrilla tournament before, and those countries are Qatar, Japan, Vietnam, and the Philippines. So those are the 4 countries that you want to keep your eye on and see how they do in this tournament. And we also, of course, want to keep our eye on the other 16 teams competing. But they have had some experience in this type of tournament before. So we'll have to see how the 4 new rookie teams are going to do in this tournament. The fans are excited, all in the respective fan groups for each country. You can see China there, Switzerland, Portugal, Argentina. They're all there, all waiting for the start of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. Here is the bracket system for the first event in the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. We have the first group, and then the bottom 2 from each of the first groups will be eliminated. And the bottom 3 from the second groups will be eliminated until we get to the final. Now it's time for event 1, the dribble to the goal. Time for Group A. Japan, the United Kingdom, Spain, Qatar, and Vietnam will be starting us off. Who gets out to the lead first? Looks like Qatar and Japan, but it is Spain and the United Kingdom who are in that funnel. And who comes out first? It's Japan. Japan gets up there, not in the goal. We don't have any goals so far. Japan lands in a 2 slot, as well as for Qatar and the United Kingdom. And unfortunately for Vietnam, they will be eliminated by time. So if there is a tiebreaker, it will be broke by time getting to the goal first. So Vietnam was the slowest marble to score, even though he had a 2. So did all the other teams. That would eliminate Vietnam because they were the slowest one. A time of 15.567, which almost a whole second behind the United Kingdom. You can see there, all 3 of those marbles had already made it before Vietnam even got there. So Vietnam and Spain will be eliminated, and that will advance Japan, Qatar, and the United Kingdom to semifinal A. Now it's time for Group B. Which marbles will it be? China, Argentina, Mexico, Canada, and Brazil. And they are off. China having a rough start all the way down in last place, and everybody's being led by Brazil and Argentina, 2 rivals. Let's see who gets out first, and it is Brazil who will score a goal first. Look at that. Some of the goalies are dislodged, and Canada gets a goal. That gets them 8 points. Instant advancement for Canada. Mexico comes in at second with 2 points. And Brazil in third with also 2 points. All the other teams did get 2 points, so pretty much at this point, it's all up to time. And Mexico and Brazil were the first 2 down. Argentina coming in third, but unfortunately, Canada scored a goal. And if they hadn't scored that goal, they would have been eliminated. You can see how important these goals really are. Also, an interesting note, 2 of the goalies got dislodged from their locations. Look at that, China bumping Canada into the goal. They really are regretting that now. So Canada, Mexico, and Brazil will advance to the semifinals in this first event. Now it's time for Group C. India, Portugal, the USA, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. And it is Portugal and the Switzerland who is coming out first. Look at that. There's the Netherlands and India. And India gets out first, but no, it's Portugal who is running away with it. But there goes Switzerland. They get the first score. And then the USA and Portugal up next. India and the Netherlands, both blocked by the goalies. They have lost all momentum. They are not moving anymore. And that will eliminate both of them because they did not finish. So Switzerland, the USA, and Portugal will advance to the semifinals of this tournament. You see there, Netherlands and India fighting in that funnel. Before they can get out, there goes Portugal and Switzerland, as well as for the USA. And they overtook India for first place, and that's ultimately what caused their problems, and they were eliminated. Lucky for Portugal, India and the Netherlands didn't score. They were the last one down who actually finished. So Switzerland, the USA, and Portugal will advance to semifinal B. Now it's time for Group D, the last group stage in this tournament. Indonesia, Germany, France, the Philippines, and Italy are competing in this group. Who comes out first? it's the Philippines and Italy in that funnel. But the funnel in the middle seems to be the slowest one. And here comes Indonesia and Germany. And there goes the Philippines. They get 2 points. But there they go. They are in third place because Italy and France both get a score, 8 points. So Germany will be eliminated with 2 points. Barely, because Philippines also had 2 points, but they were there first. And then, of course, Indonesia, they did not finish. They got blocked by the goalies. Unfortunate for them in this first tournament. It really was a wild round. Lots of marbles all going out at the same time. Philippines taking the quick route. That only scored them 2 points, and then they later found out Italy and France both got 8. The Philippines were lucky. So is Italy, France, and the Philippines advancing to the semifinals of this tournament. Now it's time for semifinal A. And here are the results for 13th through 20th. All the marbles who have been eliminated at this point. We only have 12 more marbles left in this event. And in the next round, the bottom 3 marbles will be eliminated, so we'll only have 6 left in the final. Here we go, semifinal A. Japan, Mexico, Brazil, the United Kingdom, Canada, and Qatar. And it is Brazil leading the pack in that middle funnel. But as we've seen before, the middle funnel can be slow, but Brazil is still able to get out there first. And it is Brazil going to get a goal. And then there goes Japan, who gets 2 points, as well as for Canada. And all those other 3 marbles up in the left also got 2 points. So really it came down to time except for Brazil. Brazil in first, United Kingdom in second, and Qatar in third place. That will eliminate Japan, Mexico, and Canada. United Kingdom and Qatar both having 13-second finishes. Japan having 15-second, and everybody else below him was slower than 15 seconds. So pretty big gap between the advanced and the eliminated. See there, 2 of the marbles going quick to the left, and that's what advanced the United Kingdom and Qatar. They both were actually faster than Brazil, but Brazil got the 8 points for the goal. So Brazil, the United Kingdom, and Qatar will advance to the final round in this event. Now it's time for semifinal B. The Philippines, Switzerland, France, Italy, the USA, and Portugal. And who comes out? It's the Switzerland being followed by the USA in that middle funnel. But here comes Italy as well, and they overtake. They get 2 points. And here comes Portugal and the Philippines as well. And Switzerland flirting with the goal, but they just aren't able to do it. So really, it came down to time. Italy, Portugal, and the Philippines were the fastest marbles down. Italy with a 12.772 seconds. See, Switzerland and the USA were fighting there, but they just were overtaken by Italy, as well as for the Philippines there and Portugal, who all went towards more of the left side, which seems to be the better side, because if you go to the right side, it's only worth 1 point. So it is Italy, Portugal, and the Philippines who will be your final 3 marbles to advance to the final of this event. This is the final round, and here are the results from 7th to 12th and the points associated with each of the ranks for these marbles. So it will be the final round. This is all just for the podium. Top 3 get the medals. The bottom 3 still get good points, but it's no medal. The first medal of this tournament is up for grabs right now. Who comes out first? It's Italy, being followed by the Philippines and Brazil in that middle funnel. But here comes United Kingdom as well as Qatar. United Kingdom gets a goal as well as Qatar. And here comes Portugal as well. That will seal his bronze. Qatar gets the silver, and the United Kingdom gets the gold. The first goal, as well as being an actual goal, not just points. A phenomenal finish by the United Kingdom. Qatar also having a phenomenal finish, coming very close behind the United Kingdom, going in the other goal. And then there was another goal. A comeback by Portugal, who I believe was the last marble to finish, and they got a goal as well. Yeah, Portugal, 16 seconds. The second slowest time was Brazil at 14, so really a comeback for Portugal, getting third place. All the Portugal fans have to be happy with that one. So it will be the United Kingdom who will be your first champion of the first event in the Halfpipe Quadrilla Marble Run tournament here on Fubeca's Marble Runs. Here are the full results and the points associated with the results. United Kingdom getting 25 points, Qatar getting 20, and Portugal getting 18. We'll have to see how this changes as the event goes on. So here are the overall standings. Pretty much the same, but the United Kingdom does get the one for the gold medal, as well as Qatar and Portugal for silver and the bronze. Definitely something worth being proud of. Also, Qatar, one of the rookie teams, getting second place. They are also going to be the host of the 2022 World Cup. So they are doing good in the Quadrilla World Cup. We'll have to see how they do as this tournament goes along. Also, another rookie team, Philippines, got 5th. They're doing good as well. Japan got 8th. And unfortunately for Vietnam, they got 14th. Congratulations to the United Kingdom for getting first place in the first event of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. Qatar coming in at second and Portugal in third place. An incredible performance by the United Kingdom, getting first finish of the final as well as scoring the goal. So combined, that was the greatest run. Hello and welcome back to the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup presented by Halfpipe Toys here on Fubeca's Marble Runs. I'm Jeremiah and I'm glad to welcome you to the second event of this tournament. In the last event, in the United Kingdom won, getting first place, Qatar coming in close at second, and Portugal in third place. How will these three teams do in event 2? We're about to find out as we enter the race to the goal. As we take a look at today's track, it is a little bit different than normal. Also, don't forget to use the coupon code Halfpipe Marble Run at the Quadrilla Marble Run website to get 25% off all Quadrilla Marble Run sets. Here is the layout for today's track. As you can see, it's different than last time, and the goal of this event is a little different as well. The main goal, get to the goal as quickly as possible, and that is how you will win this event. As we take a look at the track, we have funnels, we have chutes, we have the blue catching bells, as well as a plinko section at the very start of the course that will stratify the marbles right at the beginning of the race. And now it is time for event 2 of the Halfpipe Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup Race to the Goal. Here's the bracket system for this event. 4 groups as normal, and the bottom 2 will be eliminated, going down to the semifinals, and the bottom 3 will be eliminated from each semifinal till we only have 6 left in the final. Now it's time for Group A. Indonesia, Brazil, China, Germany, and Portugal will be starting us off through the plinko for the first time, and Portugal gets a huge boost of speed. They bypass the entire plinko section, but since then, they've already fallen down, and it is Brazil and China leading the pack in that left funnel. Into the bell they go, and now they're going to start going through the domino section, and who's going to get to the goal first? It's Portugal with the comeback win. China coming in at second, Brazil in third place, and that will unfortunately eliminate Indonesia and Germany, which I'm not sure if Germany even finished. Let's take a look at the replay. You can see Portugal there really just going off to the right side and bypassing the entire plinko section. But then they have a hard time getting through these little metal catching bell elements, and that allowed Brazil and China to come and overpass in these little plastic spirals. Somehow, though, Portugal was able to catch back up. Let's take a look here. They were neck and neck with China. I think China got deflected by one of those dominoes, and that's what let Portugal take the win for this first heat. So we'll be Portugal, China, and Brazil advancing to the semifinals. Now it's time for Group B. Group B, we have Netherlands, the Philippines, Switzerland, Qatar, and Vietnam. And there goes the Netherlands straight through the plinko like we saw with Portugal in the last race. Let's see if they can come back and take the win like Portugal did, or will some other marbles be able to overpass them? They're still in the lead, a little bit different than Portugal in the last time. But here comes Vietnam and Netherlands back for the win. Vietnam almost took it, but they got slowed up by the dominoes there. And Philippines does come in third place. That will be the last marble to advance out of this group. So Netherlands, Vietnam, and the Philippines will advance from this group. Qatar and Switzerland will be eliminated in this group stage. You can see there Qatar way back in the spiral. They didn't even finish last though. I'm not sure what happened to Switzerland. You see there Vietnam getting slowed down by some of those dominoes, allowing the Netherlands to catch up, and they were able to take first place. And then Vietnam, and then the Philippines. Qatar and Switzerland were way back there, and Qatar was able to get fourth. So it's Vietnam, the Philippines, and the Netherlands that are going to semifinal A. Now it's time for Group C. We have Mexico, Canada, the United Kingdom, India, and Japan. United Kingdom, the last event's champion. Let's see how they do in this second event. They're in third place right now. Mexico is in the lead, being followed by Canada and then Japan. United Kingdom is down there in fourth place. Now they're in fifth. And it is still Mexico in the lead, but it's being followed very closely by two other marbles. But who's that? That's Japan. Comes out to lead, but hits a marble. Not a marble, a domino. They still are able to take first place. Mexico coming in barely at second. And Canada in third place. The United Kingdom getting eliminated in the first round. That will definitely hurt them in terms of points. India in fifth. They will be eliminated as well. See there, Mexico was in the lead, but somehow Japan came through the other spiral while the camera was watching Mexico fight off those other two marbles. And Japan was able to do a comeback win. Didn't seem like much of a comeback though. Once they got to the field, it was Japan in the lead by a lot. So they have secured their spot in the semifinals. So Mexico, Japan, and Canada will advance to semifinals B. Now it's time for Group D. Spain, Italy, France, Argentina, and the USA. And they're off. And it is Italy who comes out through the plinko first, being followed very closely by Spain and the USA. France and Argentina are having some trouble, especially Argentina. All the other marbles are already in the other spirals. Argentina is still lagging behind. And it is Italy coming out with the win. But here comes Spain, and they overtake, but they mess up. And it is Italy who comes out with the win. USA getting third, barely over France. What a crazy round. Also, Argentina getting a DNF. They didn't even get to the field. Let's take a look at that replay. A lot of action there. Spain was the first one to that little metal bell, but Italy was actually able to exit first. Let's take a look at this finishing replay. Italy in the lead by a lot, but then they have some trouble with that domino, and Spain uses that domino to deflect, passes Italy. Then they have a rebound off of that wall, and Italy just keeps it straight and strong. And they got the first place. And then France hitting that knocked over domino. They almost had third place, but USA came out with the third advancement spot at the last second. Great move by the USA as well. Spain, Italy, and the USA will advance to semifinal B after a frantic round. Now it's time for the first semifinals. After we take a look at the results from the 13th to 20th place of this event. Qatar, the last event's second place finisher, did not do very good. He already got eliminated in the first round. Now it's time for the first semifinal. The bottom three marbles in the semifinals will be eliminated. We have Brazil, China, Philippines, Vietnam, Portugal, and the Netherlands. And off they go. Who comes out first? It's Brazil. And then China coming in second, Philippines in third. To the first spirals they go, and Portugal is still in the lead now, being followed very closely by China and the Philippines. And here comes Brazil, and a surprise win by Brazil. China coming in at second, and who comes in third? It's the Philippines. Let's take a look at that replay. No marble really came out really quick, and then Brazil was able to kind of get out of that plinko quick before any other marbles could. And they were able to get out to the lead first, but I think Portugal actually was able to get to the spirals first. See there, Portugal was the first one out of the spirals, but then China was able to get out of that catching device first. But I think they lost out to Brazil. They hit a domino there. And Brazil just went without hitting any dominoes. Then Philippines came in at third. And unfortunately for Portugal, they're the first one out of the spirals, but they lost out just because of that little blue bell section. We'll have to keep an eye on that as we go into the next races. Brazil, Philippines, and China advance to the final. Now it's time for semifinal B. We have Mexico, Japan, Canada, the USA, Italy, and Spain. And it is Italy and Spain who come out first. Spain has some trouble in that little blue bell. And it is Japan and Italy in the lead in that spiral. But don't forget about the USA. They're over on the other spiral. Into the bell they go. And it is Japan going up for the win. But they hit a domino, slowing down quite a bit. And a bump from behind from the USA. And they get first place. USA gets second. And Mexico gets third. Spain gets fourth. And Italy and Canada have both a DNF. So there's Italy. They were doing so good in the spiral section. What happened? Canada didn't even get past the plinko section. Very surprising and unfortunate for Canada. Let's see if we can see what happened to Canada in the replay. They're still moving here. They just aren't able to get past that peg. See Italy in the lead, entering the first spiral. And their first went into the bell as well, but then the other marbles pushed them aside. They were able to get out, though. I think they hit a domino here and slowed down quite a bit. Yeah, almost to a stop. And Mexico and the USA both pass. And that's all they needed to eliminate Italy. See there? Spain also trying to get up, but they weren't able to do it because of that domino. So Japan, the USA, and Mexico will be the final three marbles advancing to the finals in this second event of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup, presented by Halfpipe Toys. We have 6 marbles, 3 of which get to sit on the podium, 3 do not. We'll have to see which marbles are able to do the best in this final round. The final round is about to start. The USA, Japan, the Philippines, Brazil, China, and Mexico. And they are off. It is China and Japan coming out to the lead. But here comes Brazil and Mexico, as well as the Philippines, who are leading off the pack. But it is the USA who's probably going to get out of that first spiral first. And to the field they go. It is the Philippines in lead. But here comes Mexico. And they are able to take first place. And they will be the champion of Event 2. Brazil coming in at second. China in third place. Philippines and the USA both DNF on that domino. A great performance by Mexico. Brazil coming in at second with the silver. China with the bronze. Mexico with the gold. Let's take a look at the replay. China was the first one to get out of the plinko section, being followed very closely by India. But it was the USA and the Philippines who came out to the first spirals. Mexico and Brazil were following closely to the USA and the Philippines. And let's see what happened after that. The USA and the Philippines were the first one to the little bell section, but Mexico was the first one out with the Philippines. The Philippines were actually ahead, but then they hit a domino on that left side. That allowed Mexico to just go straight, barely hitting that domino. And that allowed them to take the win. The USA and the Philippines stuck on that sideways domino. And then Brazil and China coming in second and third. China pushing Brazil into the goal. So it will be Mexico who will be the champion of the second event of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. Congratulations to them. Now let's take a look at the full results. It is Mexico coming in at first place, Brazil coming in at second, China in third, Japan fourth, the Philippines in fifth, USA in sixth, Portugal seventh, Vietnam in eighth, Netherlands in ninth, and Spain rounds off your top 10. Here are the overall standings. It's Mexico who has taken over first place with 35 points. Brazil in second. Portugal in third place. The United Kingdom has fallen down to fourth. The Philippines are in fifth place. Unfortunate for the United Kingdom. We'll have to see if they can have a comeback in the next couple of videos of this tournament. Congratulations to Mexico for being your champion of Event 2 of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. Brazil coming in at second and China in third place. Mexico getting the 35 points. Brazil has 34 and China with 22. We are back here at the Fubeca Stadium for the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup presented by Halfpipe Toys. I'm Jeremiah and I'm glad to welcome you to Event 3 of this tournament. The stands are packed, all cheering for the respective countries in the respective cheering sections, all rooting for their country to be crowned champion of this World Cup. We have another event for you today, Shoot to the Goal. So it will definitely be an interesting event. Here are the overall standings. We have Mexico in first place with 35 points. Brazil very close in second, only 1 point behind with 34. With Portugal coming in at third with 31 points. Don't forget you can get 25% off any Halfpipe Quadrilla Marble Run set on the Halfpipe website using the discount code Halfpipe Marble Run. Also go down to the link in the description and guess which marble will win in the upcoming events. And if you guess correctly, you can have a chance of winning $149 worth of Marble Run sets. Let's take a look at today's track. It starts off with the plinko down into the little blue stairs, wooden spirals all around, down to the bell, and then down to a red spiral, down to the final section. And how this will work, the marbles will exit on either side, and the goal is simple: get into the goal, past the goalies. And now it's time for Event 3 of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. Shoot for the goal. Let's take a look at the bracket system for today's tournament. We have Group A, B, C, and D. As always, Italy, Spain, Switzerland, Indonesia, and India will start us off. And we are off. Who comes out to lead first? It's India, being followed by Switzerland and then Italy. And they all go on different paths, so it's a little bit hard to judge who's in the lead. India and Switzerland are up there, but here comes Spain as well. There goes Italy first into the bell, or India, and then Italy, being followed by Switzerland. India has a lot slowed down there, and they're all neck and neck in the spiral. Let's see who gets a goal first. No goals yet. There's one for Spain and one for Indonesia. And there's one for Spain. So those will be your three marbles advancing to the next round of this tournament. Unfortunately for India and Italy, they were both eliminated. So if there's a chance that there is a tie in the third and fourth, or if no marbles score, it will be time, of course. So it is a racing aspect, but it also is the scoring of the goals that is the most important. And that's what Spain, Switzerland, and Indonesia did the best. Indonesia would have for sure been eliminated because they were the last one to the field. They did get that goal. So that's what allowed them to be advanced. Bumping India aside. Some ruthless play by Indonesia. And then Switzerland barely getting into that goal right there. They had originally hit the goal post, but they were able to score. So Switzerland, Spain, and Indonesia will go to the semifinals. Now it's time for Group B. Japan, the United Kingdom, Portugal, the Netherlands, and Brazil. Keep going with Group B. Who comes out to lead first? It's the Netherlands, being followed by Japan, and then Brazil. Portugal is in that first funnel as well as Brazil. And who comes out to first? It's the Netherlands, but they're stuck on the track. They get hit by the United Kingdom. That allows Japan to gain the lead. Let's see if Japan can make any goals here. Netherlands close behind. There's a straight goal for Japan. Netherlands having some trouble. They get blocked by a goalie. And there's a goal for Brazil and Portugal. So Japan, Brazil, and Portugal will be advancing to the next round. The United Kingdom and the Netherlands, unfortunately, will be eliminated. Possibly because the Netherlands got stuck on that little curved section of the track. The United Kingdom had to push them forward to even get to the end of the track. Let's see if we have a replay on that. So the Netherlands being first at the beginning, but they did get stuck after the funnel. See that little curved section right there? They were stuck in the entry after that section into that little block element. And the United Kingdom had to push them forward, and that cost them to win. They both kind of lost their bearings after that, and neither of them scored. So Japan, Portugal, and Brazil will advance to semifinal A. Now it's time for Group C, the Philippines, Germany, Qatar, and then who else do we got? We have Mexico and the USA. And they are off. It is the USA and Mexico off to lead, two rivals in this tournament. They go in separate lanes on this track. Let's see who can get out first. Mexico and it looks like the Philippines are in the lead at this point. Philippines overtake for the lead, and Mexico is gone. Where did they go? Mexico is off the track. I think they're going to have a DNF. Philippines, though, they miss a goal, and here comes Spain and the USA. They both get a goal, as well as for Germany. Philippines don't get a goal, and what happened to Mexico? There they are on the ground. What happened to Mexico? An unfortunate event for the leaders overall in the points of this event. Let's take a look at the replay. Mexico's definitely going down on the leaderboard after this event. They may not even get any points. If you DNF, that might even put you last place. They got hit off of the track by the bell. The Philippines hit the bell so hard that it hit Mexico off the track. Very unfortunate event for Mexico. Now it's time for Group D, China, Canada, France, Argentina, and Vietnam. And they are off. It's Canada off to lead, being followed by France, and then Argentina and China. Vietnam is in last place, but they all get stratified in this wooden maze. Who comes out to the lead first? Looks like Canada, being followed by Argentina and then Vietnam into the red funnel. So Canada will have an advantage on terms of time. Will he be able to score? No, he misses completely. Argentina gets a goal post. Vietnam scores. France misses, and then there's China. So Vietnam and China will score. Canada will also advance because they were the first one down. Just like I was saying, they did have the time advantage. Even if they didn't score, they were the fastest ones down. So unless Argentina or France had scored, Canada would have advanced. So luck of the draw for Canada, and unfortunate for the two blue marbles, Argentina and France. They were both eliminated. And hopefully some of these marbles are taking note on the safety of that bell element. Make sure they hit it correctly. Make sure that they don't get hit off the track like Mexico did in the last heat. China almost hit Canada in that goal there, but would have still advanced Canada anyway. So Vietnam, China, and Canada will go to the semifinals with Qatar, the USA, and Germany. Now it's time for semifinal A. Here are the results for the 13th through 20th place. And unfortunately for Mexico, they get 0 points, as I thought. So their overall score is still at 35. And they're going to be overthrown from the leader position in this tournament. And they are off. This time, it's the bottom three who are eliminated from this round. And it is Portugal, Switzerland, Japan, Brazil, Spain, and Indonesia competing in this first semifinal. Who is out first? It's Portugal, being followed very closely by Japan and then Switzerland. And where is Switzerland? I think somebody fell off. It wasn't Switzerland. I think Spain fell off the track by the bell. Who gets a score? There's Brazil, Switzerland, and Indonesia. Portugal and Japan, both the first marbles to get down to the bottom, but neither of them score. And again, we have a marble on the ground. Unfortunate for Spain. Let's take a look at the replay. Take a look at the yellow and red marble. That's Spain. They were more near to the back of the pack when they were entering this kind of stair section. Kind of a unique element from Halfpipe toys. But let's keep our eye on Spain. There they go through that little blue teeter-totter section. Alright, here we go. There's Portugal, and then Japan. Spain was in third. The same problem that happened to Mexico. They just get shoved off by the bell. The officials of this tournament are definitely looking into the safety of this bell element for the better well-being of these marbles. Qatar, Vietnam, China, Canada, and the USA will go up in semifinal B. They have started. Hopefully, you don't have any more accidents like we've seen for Mexico and Spain. We'll have to see. USA in first. So the first marble is not usually the one who's hit off. It's usually the third or fourth. USA survives. And there goes, who is that? Canada? Canada falls off again. We've had another accident here on this course. USA scores. No one else has scored yet. There's a score for China and Germany. So Qatar, Vietnam, and Canada will be eliminated. We've had another accident here in this event. USA, China, and Germany will advance to the next round. They're lucky they didn't get hit off the track like Canada, Mexico, and Spain. 3 marbles this time. What is happening in this event? Let's take a look at what happened again in this replay. Probably the same thing that happened to Mexico and Spain. Where is Canada? They're in third, going down this left side. See, there's Vietnam, and then Canada getting hit by the bell. The main problem is you have to pass the bell while it's traveling away from the track, not when it's traveling towards you, because it is big enough that it can hit you off the track. It has more weight than a marble can weigh. I am getting word that the placement of the bell has been moved so the marbles will not actually contact it after passing, to ensure the safety of the competitors of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. We definitely want safety for these marbles, and these finalists will not have to go through the trauma of dreading being hit by that bell. As we get started with the final, USA, Germany, China, Switzerland, Indonesia, and Brazil are your competitors. It is the USA and Germany who is in the lead, but here comes China into second place. No marbles hitting the bell, and it is the USA who has the time advantage. Will they score? They don't score. Let's see who else can score. There's Indonesia and China, and no other marbles so far, and that will make China the winner of this event, being the fastest marble to score. Indonesia coming in at second, and the USA in third place by time. Let's take a look at the replay. Very nice to know that these marbles are safe from the bell. China coming in at first, Indonesia, and then the USA, Germany, Switzerland, and Brazil unfortunately not making it to the podium, but they still did get in the top 6 overall in this event. They'll definitely get them some more points. You see there, the bell was not moved when the marbles passed them. Very good decision by the people at Fubeca's Marble Runs and Halfpipe Toys. And you can see Germany getting blocked by the goalie there. And Indonesia and China were the first 2 to score and the only 2 to score. I believe China scored first. No, it was Indonesia, but China was the first one to the field. So it is China who will be your champion of Event 3 of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup, presented by Halfpipe Toys here at Fubeca's Marble Runs. Congratulations to them. And now it's time to look at the full results. China, Indonesia, USA in your top 3. Germany, Switzerland, Brazil in your top 6. Portugal, Qatar, Japan, and Vietnam round off your top 10. Unfortunately, our previous points leader, Mexico, in last place. Mexico has fallen all the way down to 6th place. Brazil has rose to 1st place overall. China in 2nd, and the USA in 3rd place at the end of Event 3 of this tournament. We'll have to see how this continues as the entire World Cup continues. congratulations to China for being the champion of Event 3 of the Halfpipe Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. Indonesia coming in at second, and the USA in third place. You can see their point standings. Brazil is our overall points leader as we get started with Event 4 of 5 of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup presented by Halfpipe Toys. Hey everybody, I'm Jeremiah. Welcome back to Fubeca's Marble Runs. As I said, Brazil is in the lead, the home of Fubeca's Marble Runs, being followed very closely by China and then the USA in third place. Three powerhouses in the world of marble sports. As we start Event 4, you can see the overall standings here. Brazil with 48, China very close to 47, and USA with 45. We only have 2 more events to go until this overall tournament is complete and we will crown a World Cup champion. Here we see the layout for today's tournament. The starting gate is a little bit different than the last couple of events in this tournament. We have spirals, we have splitters, all of the best things from the Quadrilla Marble Run series, all to lead down to the next World Cup field. Don't forget to use the discount code HALFPIPE to get 25% off any Quadrilla Marble Run set on the Halfpipe store. Also, go down to the link in description and guess the winner of the next event, the final event of this tournament. And if you guess correctly, you will get $149 worth of Marble Run sets from Halfpipe Toys. You can see the field here. We have a little plinko section that will block the marbles from getting into the goal. We'll have to see how they react in this tournament. Time for Event 4, Plinko Soccer. Here you can see the group system. We have Group A, B, C, and D as normal. Starting off with Group A, Qatar, Germany, Argentina, Switzerland, and the USA. And we are off. Who comes out first? It's the USA, being followed by Qatar, and then Argentina in third place. Argentina, the bottom sitter in the overall point standings. Let's see if they can climb the tables and get themselves some good points in this event. And the USA is still in the lead, being followed by Argentina now, who has taken over second place as we go through these splitter elements. Let's see who comes out first. It's Argentina. Through the xylophones they go into the field for the first time in this event. Who will score? No scores yet. There's one for the USA. And no other scores. So the USA will get first in this first group. Argentina in second because of their quick finish. The tiebreakers, of course, are the quickest times to the field. So Argentina and Qatar had the 2 quickest times after the USA, who of course scored the goal. So they 3 will advance to the next round. Germany and Switzerland will be eliminated from this tournament. They still have a chance to get points in the final event of this tournament. So I wish all the best to them. As we take a look at the replay here, the USA was in the lead through that spiral section, but then somehow Argentina was able to overtake the lead through the split section. Argentina and Qatar, for that matter, both having some trouble because they hit that little plinko section and that kind of deflected them from getting a goal. So the USA, Argentina, and Qatar will advance to semifinal A. Now it's time for Group B. Vietnam, Japan, Portugal, Indonesia, and China will be joining us for Group B, and it is out of the gate. Vietnam out to the lead, being followed by China, our second overall leader in the overall standings. We'll have to see how they do in this first round. If they get eliminated, for sure, they're going down on the table. But at this point, they're in first place, being followed by Vietnam and then Portugal. As we go through the spiral to the xylophones, they go through the little spinner section. It is China first to the field, and they get a goal. Instant advancement for them. No other goals so far, and it'll stay that way. So Vietnam and Japan were the 2 other quickest marbles to get to the field, so they will advance along with China. Portugal and Indonesia will be eliminated, unfortunately, from this tournament. Vietnam and China both quick out of the gate, and they kind of held the lead for the entirety of the race up until the field section. Let's see how China scored there. Straight through the plinko with ease. And Indonesia, no, that was Japan. Japan barely missed out. They hit the side of the goalpost. They weren't able to just go a little bit to the left and get into the goal. So China, Vietnam, and Japan will join the USA, Argentina, and Qatar in the first semifinal. Now it's time for Group C. Brazil, the Philippines, France, Mexico, and Spain. Brazil, our overall points leader, coming out to first place out of the gate. Let's see what they can do in this event. It is still Brazil, the first and only marble for a while to be in that first plastic spiral, and they're for sure the first marble to be in that first wooden spiral. And Mexico having a lot of trouble getting out of that plastic spiral. I'm not sure what happened, but they are losing motivation. They had a lot of trouble in the last event, which caused them the overall lead in the overall tournament. And it is Spain who gets out to the field first, but Brazil gets a goal, as well as France. Let's see if Mexico can redeem themselves. No. So Brazil and France both have a goal, and then Spain had the quickest time. So 3 marbles will advance to the semifinals. The Philippines and Mexico will be eliminated. A downfall for Mexico, 2 events in a row. They're definitely having some trouble. And I'm not sure if they are even in contention for the overall championship because there's only 1 event left. We'll have to see how they do in that final event. Brazil, the first marble to score, and France, of course, scored as well. Mexico was actually the last one to the field. Not only did they not score, but they were the last one. So definitely a poor performance for Mexico. Brazil, France, and Spain advancing to the semifinals. Now it's time for the final group in the first group stage. United Kingdom, India, Canada, Italy, and the Netherlands. And they are off. Who comes out first? I think that was India, being followed by Canada as we go through the splitter. And this is where a lot of passes happen. And there's Canada and Italy fighting there. Italy has some trouble, and they slow down in that spiral section. As you go back to the overall camera view, who comes out to lead? It's Canada, being followed by, I think that's the United Kingdom. Canada through the xylophone, and let's see if they can make a score. Through the plinko they go, no score so far, and all goes to the left side, and Italy is the only marble to score, which is very lucky for them because they were the last marble to get to the field. So the goal really is the make or break situation in this tournament. Canada and the United Kingdom, the first 2 marbles to get to the field, they will also advance along with Italy. Your last first place in this event. All the marbles going over the xylophone. Must be fun for them. A little different from Halfpipe toys. See, all the other marbles had already gotten to the field. All of them but India had already passed the goal before Italy even got to the field. But they were able to score and will advance to the semifinals. Now it's time for semifinal A. In the second group, the bottom 3 marbles will be eliminated, not the bottom 2. And here are the results from 13th to 20th for this event. Of course, Mexico getting 0 points, 2 events in a row. They may be injured from the last event because they actually got hit off the track from a bell. If you saw the last video, we had a couple incidents with a bell, and that has not been added back to this event. Luckily for these marbles, it is China coming out to lead in the first semifinal. China, Vietnam, Argentina, Qatar, the USA, and Japan all battling for only 3 spots in the final. And this closer funnel here really having some trouble. It is China off to the lead by a significant margin. Then Argentina and the USA coming close. And China first to the field, but they don't get a goal. Argentina doesn't get a goal. No goal for the USA or Spain. Let's see if Japan can take it. No, they don't. So it's the first 3 marbles that got to the field, and they will advance to the next round. China, Argentina, and the USA barely coming out over Vietnam, about a second. These 3 marbles, like I said, will advance to the final round of this tournament, the second finals that we will see in the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. Vietnam, Qatar, and Japan will be eliminated from this semifinal. China first down, Argentina in second. They weren't really close. The USA was definitely not close. Maybe if they had made it over that little peg, they may have been able to score a goal. And for a moment there, I thought Japan may have been able to score a goal and kick out the USA from advancement, but they weren't able to do it, which is lucky for the USA, who advances to the final along with Argentina and China. Now it's time for semifinal B. We have 6 marbles competing for 3 spots yet again. Canada, Brazil, Italy, Spain, the United Kingdom, and France. And they are off. They are being led by Canada, who is another marble that actually got hit off the track by the bell in the last event. Let's see if they can redeem themselves in this event and get more points than they did last time. They are leading the pack at this point. Let's see if they can hold it. France wants to pressure them, and it is not happening. And Canada will be the first one to the field, being followed by France. And France gets a goal. Canada does not. So they will advance because of time. France, Canada, and Brazil are your three marbles who are advancing. And it looks like Italy had a DNF. Let's take a look at the replay and see what happened. United Kingdom, Spain, and Italy all being eliminated from the semifinal. And Canada first to the field, but they didn't score, but France was able to, just ensuring that they would advance from this semifinal. And I believe Italy got caught on the xylophone, which is unfortunate for them. Here are your finalists for the event 4 of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup presented by Halfpipe Toys. We have 3 spots on the podium, 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze, and of course we have all our marbles competing for it, and Brazil is one of them, as well as China. We'll have to see if one of these marbles can pull off a victory. Brazil got a silver in the last event, but that got them enough points to actually take the overall standings. So let's see what they do in this final. And they are off for the final round of this tournament. Canada coming out to lead, being followed by France, and then Brazil and China as they go through the splitter for the first time out of 2. And it looks like Canada is in the lead still. France and then China, as well as Brazil. They're all in there. The USA and Argentina having some trouble, and they're lagging behind. So their only hope at this point is to get a goal. Through these xylophones they go. Canada is the first to the field. No goal for them. And France and China as well. And no goals for them except for France. France and Argentina both getting a goal. France getting the first one. So France will be your gold medalist of Event 4 of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. It's Argentina coming in second, Canada in third, and China getting 4th, Brazil in 5th, USA getting, looks like a DNF. An unfortunate event for the USA, getting so close to getting some more points. I believe the DNF may even cause them to get less points. They might even get down to the bottom of the standings. We'll have to see at the end of the event. But France and Argentina, as well as Canada, your 3 podium sitters for this event. See, Canada was the first one down. They didn't score. And then France, of course, got a score. And Argentina actually was the last marble to get down to the field. And they got a score as well. Let's take a look at the replay there. Great moves by Argentina. So it will be France who will be your overall champion of the Event 4 of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. Let's take a look at the overall standings. Here they are, France in first, 25 points, Argentina in second with 20, Canada in third, 18, and the USA, even though they did DNF in the last event, still get 6th, and they get 14 points. So they didn't go down to the bottom of the standings. Here are the overall standings. China and Brazil have tied for first place, but China does have the gold medal, so that is the tiebreaker there in first place by a very slim margin. USA is still in third with 59, only 4 points behind. It's definitely possible for them to win the overall Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup title. Congratulations to France for being the Event 4 champion of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. Argentina coming in at second, and Canada in third place. Our 3 podium sitters. After 4 exciting events, it all comes down to this. Hey everybody, I'm Jeremiah. Welcome back to the final event of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup presented by Halfpipe Toys. We have 20 countries who have all competed in the previous 4 events, with China leading the pack with 63 points, only above Brazil because of the gold medal. Brazil has a silver, but they also have 63 points. So for Brazil to be able to overtake China and take the World Cup, all you have to do is place over China in this event. We'll have to see how this plays out as this event continues. As we take a look at today's track, we have lots of spirals. We have a very large blue section. I believe this is Halfpipe's packaging that the track comes in, that also doubles as part of the track. which is definitely a unique feature from Halfpipe Toys. You can see it's just a race to the goal. The first marble to get there will be the champion of this event. Don't forget to use the discount code Halfpipe Marble Run at the checkout over at the Halfpipe store to get 25% off all Quadrilla Marble Run sets. Also, I hope you guessed which marble will win this overall tournament, and I hope you guessed correctly, because if you did, you will get $149 worth of Halfpipe Quadrilla Marble Run sets. Now it's time for the final event of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup, the mixed race. Here we look at the groups A, B, C, and D as normal. First off, we have Group A, the Philippines, Brazil, Mexico, Argentina, and Spain. We get our first look at this final track with this first 5 marbles. We have Brazil competing in this event. They are in second place, tied with China. Only by medals are they behind. We'll have to see how they do in this event and see if they can even advance as they keep on going. Right now, it's Mexico in lead, being followed by Spain, and then Argentina and the Philippines as they go all into this red inverse spiral and into the orange spiral. This is the first time we've seen this in this tournament. Orange funnel section. Who comes out to the lead? I think it was Brazil, but Spain had already gotten down into the bottom of that funnel, but they got stalled, and Argentina really slow through that spiral. And here comes Spain into the red box section, and they're going to be first place. Who'll come in at second? I think it'll be Brazil. Yes, it will. And then Mexico in third place, so Brazil will advance to the next round, as well as Mexico and Spain. And Argentina and the Philippines will be eliminated. So Brazil making it to the next round, that's definitely making their chances greater of overtaking China. We'll have to see how they do in some of the upcoming groups. You can see Spain got into that hole of the second orange funnel first, but they weren't able to exit. They got stalled underneath, which is very unfortunate for them. They still were able to get first place because they got bumped out by another marble. I believe that was Brazil. Also a pretty fun element, the Quadrilla Marble Run box used in the set. That just shows the resourcefulness of Halfpipe Toys. Now it's time for Group B, Canada, Portugal, Italy, Qatar, and France. And they are off. None of these top marbles are in the top 3. Portugal is in 4th, but there's a very big gap between 3rd and 4th in the overall standings. Portugal has 48 points, and then the USA has 59, so an 11-point gap, which isn't impossible, but is very difficult for Portugal to even pass the USA, not to mention China and Brazil. Let's see how they do. And right now, looks like they're in 3rd place, and France and Canada are looking like, oh yeah, they're in the back funnel there. And Canada way up in the front. They already entered the blue lid from the Quadrilla Marble Run set. And they're all getting here first. It's going to be a race to the line, but it is France. Comes out to the goal first, being followed by Canada. And who comes in 3rd? I believe it was Italy. And Portugal all the way down in last place. Unfortunately for them, they will not be placing in the top 3. They'll probably be going down on the leaderboard. Take a look at the replay here. A couple of the marbles kind of got ahead pretty quickly. And we're just kind of silently leading the pack. Outside from the camera view, you see there Canada was not in the camera view for a lot of the time. And then a lot of the marbles caught up. And France was able to get there first because they were on the left lane to enter the Quadrilla box there. So France, Canada, and Italy will advance to the semifinal A for the final event of this tournament. Now it's time for Group C. We have Switzerland, India, Japan, China, and Germany. China, our points leader, are having a hard time in the first plinko already. And it is Germany leading the pack, being followed by Japan and India. And India, I believe, has overtaken. No, that's Japan. Two very similar marbles into the red inverse funnel, and we're about to get to the orange funnels now, and this is where Switzerland can come and overtake. Yes, they do right there. And here comes India as well, and Germany. They all are fighting through these funnels, and I believe that's Switzerland in first place? No, it's Germany. And Germany going around this blue spiral section on that lid. And looks like they're going to take first. No, it's Switzerland. Switzerland out of nowhere comes and takes first place. India in second. And Germany will take third. China will be eliminated in the first round of this event. They are the points leader. I think that's going to change after this event. What a mishap for China. So already Brazil has made it farther than China. So Brazil at this point stands in first place unless something happens as we get going in the semifinals of this event. But we still have one more group to go in the group stage, Group D. We'll have to see what marbles will join the 3 marbles that advance from this event. You see the bells have been returned. Hopefully they have been adjusted to make it more safe for these marbles to use them. So we have Switzerland, India, and Germany advancing to the semifinals. Now it's time for Group D. Final group in this group stage. Only 3 will make it out. The Netherlands, the United Kingdom, USA, Vietnam, and Indonesia. The USA, the 3rd place in the overall points. They're in 2nd place right now in this race. We'll have to see if they can advance from this tournament or if they get eliminated just like China did in the last event. And what's happened here? We have some marbles stuck, and 4 marbles are stuck in the funnel. We're going to have a restart here. An anomaly happening in Group D. USA and Indonesia getting wedged, both entering the exit funnel of that double spiral at the same time, and they got the rest of the field blocked. Looks like we have a cleaner exit this time, but still they are pretty close, and it is the Netherlands coming out to the lead, the United Kingdom coming in at 2nd, and Vietnam in 3rd, but they're all about to get stratified through the orange funnels, and it is still the Netherlands in lead, being followed by Indonesia and then the USA. The USA in the last spot that's not eliminated. Let's see if the United Kingdom or Vietnam can catch up, or if the USA will be able to withstand the pressure, and it is the Netherlands who will come out in first place. Indonesia in 2nd, who will come out in 3rd. Here comes the USA, and no problem for them because the United Kingdom and Vietnam are so far behind. These 2 marbles will be eliminated. So the USA will make it to the semifinals, and they have a chance to get farther than Brazil. They're only 4 points behind Brazil. If they place high enough, they will be able to overtake Brazil. But at this point, there still is a chance for some other marbles to overtake. But at this point, it's a fight between the USA and Brazil. Let's take a look at some of these replays. Indonesia passing the USA there through that orange funnel. And that let them get to 2nd place. And that got them to their advancement spot. So the Netherlands, Indonesia, and the USA will advance to semifinal B. Now it's time for semifinal A. But first, let's take a look at the results for the 13th through 20th places. China gets 0 points. That's got to be hard for them to swallow. They are going down and probably will get thrown off the overall lead in this tournament. Now it's time for semifinal A. Brazil, Canada, Spain, Mexico, Italy, and France. And let's see if Brazil can withstand another round. They are in the lead at this point, but Italy comes out in the lead through the other funnel, and then Spain. And I think France is in there as well. And Mexico and Canada lagging behind. And Brazil stalled on that track. And they're all fighting through this orange funnel now. And Brazil and Spain really lagging behind. Canada and France already in that funnel right before the blue section. Here comes, I believe that's Italy. And who will come out first? Ooh, France coming out there right over Canada, taking the quicker route on that box. So France, Canada, and Italy will be advancing. Mexico, Spain, and Brazil will be eliminated from this tournament. Unbelievable for Brazil. The USA could totally take this event. Let's take a look at the replay. Brazil will be getting not very many points. They won't be getting 0 because that's what China had. But this leaves them very vulnerable for the USA to come over and take first place in the overall leaderboard. So they just had trouble with Spain getting out of these orange funnels. I think that's what cost them the win. France coming out through that quicker section of that box. There's multiple lanes you can take. And France did the right one. So France, Canada, and Italy will advance to the final round of the final event of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup presented by Halfpipe Toys. Now it's time for semifinal B. Here comes the USA. This is their time to shine. The USA, India, Switzerland, as well as India, Germany, and Indonesia. We are going here. Who is in the lead? It's the Netherlands being followed by India and then the USA. Let's see who can come out first. Oh, look at that. A shortcut by Indonesia, skipping multiple lanes in the inverse funnel. That takes them to first place. Is that legal? You're going to the red spiral section. Indonesia using that advantage very well. I've never seen anything like that here on the World Cup. Who is that? Here comes Germany, and they're in first place out of nowhere. Indonesia coming at second. Who's in third? It's Switzerland. USA has been eliminated from the semifinals. Who will win this tournament? Not even sure if they got higher than Brazil. India, the USA, and the Netherlands will be eliminated from the semifinals. No marble in the top three have advanced to the final in this final round. At this point, I have no idea who is in contention for the win. Let's take a look at the replay here. Indonesia taking a shortcut on the red spiral right before these orange funnels. See, that's how they got so far ahead. But they weren't actually able to win. It was Germany who came out and took the lead out of nowhere. I'm not even sure how they did it. I think they were on the far spiral end of the track. But it was Germany, then Indonesia, and Switzerland. And those will be your three remaining teams who will advance to the final round of the Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup. It's time for the final. 6 teams left. 3 of which will be able to sit on the podium individually for this event. But I'm not sure who will be able to win the overall World Cup title. Here we go. Final round of the final event of this overall tournament. Canada, France, Italy, Indonesia, Switzerland, and Germany are your contestants. And who is it first? It's Indonesia in the far funnel. And who's leading the near funnel? It's Germany. And Indonesia having a good lead. Let's see if they can do another shortcut. No, they don't. And France is bringing up the back of the pack. Indonesia in the lead, but bad stuff can happen in these orange funnels, but they're able to get through it clean, being followed by Germany, and now France is in that far funnel, and they've gotten out of the back of the pack. It's a race between Germany and Indonesia for the win in this event. Let's see who can do it. Indonesia is in there first, and they are going to be the champions of this event. And who comes in second? France overtakes Germany at the last second. France will take second, Germany in third, Italy fourth, Canada fifth, and Switzerland will take sixth. But the real question is, who is the World Cup champion? The officials are tabulating the results as we speak for the final results of this overall tournament. And it looks like Switzerland had a DNF. Let's take a look at the replay, see where they DNF'd. It's a good race for Indonesia, in lead for almost the entire race. And then France, an underdog story, being in last place in this section of the race. But they were able to take second over Germany through that last red box section of the track. And they got silver medal in this event. A good accomplishment for them. We'll have to see where they finish in the overall standings. But China, Brazil, and the USA all not making it to the final. Not sure if their points will be enough to withstand some of these other marble teams who finished in the final. Especially Indonesia, who finished first. I'm not sure if they had enough points to advance them to the podium. but we'll have to see as the final results are posted. So Indonesia is your champion of this event, and now we await who will be the champion of the World Cup. So here are the full results from this event. Indonesia gets 25 points, France gets 20, Germany gets 18. Let's see where the USA is. They get 11, Brazil gets 9. So that's not a very big gap between those two. I believe Brazil will still be ahead of USA. But Brazil will be your champion of this overall tournament. The USA coming in close, only 2 points behind. China in third place with 63 points. Congratulations to Brazil, the home country of Fubeca's marble runs. They came out and triumphed in this tournament. But now we get to congratulate Indonesia for their event win with 57 points, finishing off their overall standings. France coming in at second, Germany in third place. But today, everybody aspires to be Brazil, your Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup champions. A complete surprise for the overall results, because Brazil did not make it to the final. Neither did the USA or China, but they all still get to sit on the podium. A congratulations to Brazil for getting first place and being the World Cup champion. USA getting the runner-up. They also had an amazing event. And China coming in at third place, unfortunately losing the overall champion spot, but they still get to sit on the podium. So there you go. The Quadrilla Marble Run World Cup has officially come to a close. Did you guess correctly on who would win the final event? I hope you did. Thank you again to Halfpipe Toys for sponsoring this overall season. And we look forward to seeing what Fubeca has in store for us next. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more Fubeca's Marble.
Hello friends and welcome back to MSPN's coverage of Marble Fubeca. I am Ricochet here for a very interesting race and tournament that we will have with motorized boats powering our marbles. As you see a mock course on the screen right now, we're going to go through a little bit of a practice run to show you what this is going to be like. You see the starting gates there in the clear. Let them go, and then it is simply a motorized boat that is going to make its way and then hit one of those marbles that will help propel it towards a very large course here, which involves a lot of different loops and turns and funnels, making their way around. And there is a very large finishing portion of this course. A lot of different decisions to be made by those marbles, so obviously we'll try to get to that finish line first. Some of the countries being represented there are the United States and their supporters: Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, Italy, France. All very familiar with Marble Fubeca. I believe that is Ireland there. Haven't seen them very much. Belgium. A lot of different countries, and of course, as always, they are fighting to make it on the podium. Here are the competitors: Costa Rica, Italy, Russia, and Japan. And then the United States, the Korean Republic, Switzerland, and Portugal. And on the right side of the bracket, India, Spain, Brazil, and Australia. And then France, Argentina, Belgium, and Mexico. So a good mix of old and new, and some of the competitors that we've seen a lot, and some countries we have not necessarily seen a lot. Here's Costa Rica against Italy. Costa Rica is on the left side, Italy is on the right. Let's see which of these boats gets out first. Costa Rica is in the lead, and they are going to hit well ahead of Italy in the dark blue, who very, very softly made contact. And it is Costa Rica in the lead, making their way now through the red portion of this matchup, or up toward the red portion, I should say. Up and around, and they are now on the conveyor belt. And now the long red part of this course, which we have seen some marbles have had a chance to gain some speed and some momentum before they head into the large funnel, or tunnel, I guess I should say, making their way around. And it looks as though Italy is caught up just a tad bit. Lead still belongs to Costa Rica. Around and now to the final part where you have to make your decision on where you're going to go. It looks like a pretty good run so far by Costa Rica. They are toward the finish, and they finish at a time of 56 seconds to take the win and eliminate Italy, who will finish at 1 minute and 3 seconds. So Costa Rica advances towards the quarterfinal, and we head to the top right of the bracket. It is Mexico against Belgium. Mexico on the left in their classic green and black, and it's Belgium in the yellow and black, and they've got the lead early. A very quick run on the boats, and now around to the relay. And a large lead early on. Let's see if Mexico can slow that down. They do. They pass Belgium in that first funnel. What a run by Mexico. Passing Belgium in the funnel, and they will be one prong ahead as we head on these conveyor belts. Big run by Mexico there at that first funnel to take the lead. And they are first to get down towards the large tunnel. Here they are. They're in, and now they will roll around the long portion of the track, head back towards one more funnel. Let's see if Belgium can teach them a trick. Do it to them as well. They cannot. This time it's Mexico coming in and out with the lead of that funnel. Slowed down just a tad bit. And now Belgium is in some trouble. They're right with each other. Belgium nearly took the lead, but it's Mexico that finishes first. And they beat them by just over, or just under, 0.2 of a second. A very tightly contested matchup with a lot of passes, and it goes the way of Mexico. Next matchup is Portugal against Switzerland. They are pretty even, but Switzerland, in the mostly clear on the right side, is in the lead as they get out first into that first funnel, and it is still Switzerland in the advantage. Long yellow portion of the track now, making their way toward the conveyor belt. They got stuck in a portion where there weren't many prongs, and so that lead evaporated there for Switzerland. They will make their way towards the tunnel first, trying to lengthen the lead. They've got a pretty good sized lead now. Let's see if they can get out of this funnel quickly, or if Portugal can cause problems. It is Switzerland. Mexico had a hard time here, nearly lost their entire lead, and it's going to happen again. Switzerland gets stuck. They get moved by Portugal. They retake the lead and they win it. Portugal thought they were going to overcome them, but Switzerland got stuck on the course and then gets lodged free by Portugal, passes them up, and takes the win. Wow, that is devastating as we get India against Spain now, and Spain with an early lead. Let's see how big of a lead. We're already in that funnel. And here comes India in the white. Very close, and Spain out first. Oh, very nicely done, and it's going to be a one-prong lead that time for Spain. They came in right at the last moment when that prong was about to become unavailable. But they are able to widen the lead just a little bit. Pretty good size advantage right now for Spain as they make their way into that big funnel. And now they are in the final funnel. And, oh, India almost made a big pass, but they cannot. And a pretty large lead for Spain right now. They will finish it off and get the win at 56 seconds, fastest time of the day. Finished up at a minute even by India. So Spain moves on. 4 teams into the quarterfinals. We'll get one more between Russia and Japan. They look pretty close right now. Neither really moving too well. Looks like it's Russia in the lead. They will take the lead. Oh, but look at that run. As Japan, with a very quick motion, they are going to pass up Russia, but Russia just passed them right back up. And they are gaining a little bit of momentum there, as a long time for Japan to get out of it. And a large lead now. That 3 or 4 prongs separating these two as they make their way on the conveyor belt. Already in the red portion of the track, a large lead for Russia. Making that way towards the second funnel. Moved a little slowly there, but still a large advantage. Let's see what Japan can do to try to offset that. Final portion of the track now for Russia. Here comes Japan, but is it too little too late? The answer is yes, as Russia will finish at a minute 6, and Japan will limp their way through at a minute and 10. Just over 4 seconds off the pace. Russia moves on. And now it is Argentina against France. Some of the prettier marbles in this matchup. And very slowly we get off the starting blocks there. And it is very close, but it is France in the lead, and now Argentina surpasses them. France, though, gets the inside line, and they get out of the funnel first. Just saw that happen with Japan and Russia, and now we see it once again with France and Argentina. Not a huge lead, but still a lead nonetheless for France, getting out of the conveyor belt. Through the tunnel and onto that final funnel, and the lead has grown just a tad bit for France over Argentina. Who gets the inside line, and it will be France out first. Let's see if they can build that lead. Not very much. Here comes Argentina. They've got the lead. France really struggling. They've got to hurry it up. It's going to be too little too late. A comeback win for Argentina as they win it by just under 2 seconds, and Argentina moves on. So not a great run there, as the United States now faces off, and they are in a different color than we've seen from them most of the time. They've been a lot of silver and metallic, but they are in white with blue, and a mostly blue for Korea, who is really struggling with this boat portion. And the U.S. has a pretty good size advantage right off the bat just now, making contact with the boat. Is that second marble? Let's see how big the U.S. can make it. Here comes Korea, though. What a comeback in that first funnel, as Korea was way behind in the water portion of this matchup, which involves the boat motorized and making its way towards the relay to connect with their teammate and push them forward, and Korea has done a great job here. They have built a very large lead over the United States. This might be too big to overcome, as they are circling that funnel. Let's see if the United States can pull a fast one on them. The answer is no. Korea will make their way toward the final descent first. That was a struggle for France last time. However, Korea is in trouble. It's going to come down to the end, and at the finish, it's Korea going to come out by just under a tenth of a second. They beat out the United States and move on. They will take on Switzerland, as now we get Australia against Brazil. That was a very close finish. And it is very tight, but it will be Australia in the lead with the dark blue. Lighter blue and a little bit of yellow being represented for Brazil. And we will see how big of a lead can be produced. 3 prongs worth. However you want to measure that. That is the lead right now, and we'll see when you actually get to actual seconds. They were going to hit the funnel at 35, and well, it kind of went out of the camera view, so it's a little bit difficult to tell where they hit it. Somewhere around the 40-second mark on that one, so about a 4-second lead for Australia, and we'll see when they come out of it how big the lead is. But Brazil just overcame them, and Brazil comes down to the finish first. Pass back up by Australia, and now the lead goes back to Brazil, and they are going to finish first. It went back and forth at the... Oh, wait! Did they? Yes, they did. They did make that finish, and Brazil will move on. It was a tight matchup there. Back and forth they went. And we are into the quarterfinal now, and the first matchup is Costa Rica against Russia. And the starting gates moved a little slowly there. Oh, very even. And so Russia being closer towards the funnel, they will get out first, but through the funnel first is Costa Rica. They're still pretty tight. And a close matchup here. Lead belongs to Costa Rica. They're through the tunnel. So is Russia. And now, one of the important aspects here. Who gets out of this funnel first? The answer is Costa Rica. They'll have their first opportunity to make their way down this very decision-heavy portion of the course, and they will finish it off at actually under a minute, 54 seconds. And Russia got stuck. Yep, they're going to get stuck, and they will finish this one off. So Russia's not going to complete the course, and Costa Rica's into the semifinals. So a DNF did not finish for Russia, as they are denied an opportunity. And now we get Mexico against Argentina. Mexico looks like they're in the lead. Pretty tight, though. Let's see who's going to make contact first, and it's almost dead even. We've seen that has been an important part, but at times you've been able to overcome that. We saw that with Korea against the United States. U.S. had a huge lead in the boat portion of the race, and Korea passed them up on that first funnel, and ultimately won it in a tight matchup. Argentina in the lead early here, and they are into the tunnel and making their descent toward the final funnel. They've got that advantage. They've got the inside line, but Mexico passed them up. They are going to have their first shot at the finish. and they are making quick work of it early. Let's see if they can continue that. Down to the final decision. Oh, but Argentina passes them up and gets the win. They finish just under a minute, and just over a minute, and out of the race is Mexico. And now it is the Korean Republic against Switzerland. That was a big comeback there. Mexico passed them up, and Argentina comes from behind to pull a fast one on them. This is Korea against Switzerland. Korea is the blue marble, Switzerland in a very clear look, and they're out of the funnel first. Very tight with each other. They both got stuck on a portion where the conveyor belt is mostly empty. And so they're right next to each other. The lead belongs to Switzerland early. Oh, look at Korea. They really picked up some speed, and I think they may have made contact with Switzerland. And Korea's through first. They are really moving right now, and Switzerland might be in a little bit of trouble. They're still not out of the funnel. Now they are, but only one decision to make, and Korea is moving on. As they came towards that final funnel, all of the speed, and it's nearly an 8-second win, all the speed was belonging to Korea, and they not only did they pick up the speed and make contact, but they also surpassed Switzerland rather easily there. Spain against Brazil here. Both of these boats moving pretty quickly and almost dead even. Brazil in the lead right now. However, we've seen a lot of times that left side has been able to get the inside advantage, and that'll happen once again. Spain gets out first, trying to build the advantage. One prong separates the two countries. About one length of the track there. And toward that final funnel, we'll see if Spain can once again get out first. The answer is yes, they've still got the lead on Brazil. And now it is their race to lose. Here comes Brazil. Will it be too little too late? It is. Spain leads from start to finish, basically, and will advance to the semifinals with a finishing time of 1 minute and 2 seconds. And we have our semifinal now. The matchup first is Costa Rica against Korea. As we make our way on the boats, hopefully both these countries hoping that they will have one more time with the boats. Wow, you've got a lot of speed from Korea as they once again made contact with the other marble, making their way toward a funnel. They get out first, and they've built a little bit of a lead here against Costa Rica. The Korean Republic looks very strong right now. A lot of confidence after they took out the United States with a back and forth win. A comeback win last time against Switzerland. And now they have the lead pretty early against Costa Rica. In a different spot this time. Can they hold on to it? They're in the funnel, as is Costa Rica now. It is Korea out first toward the finishing platform. Ooh, pretty tight here. Last decision, and it's a pass at the final moment. Costa Rica will win it, and they are going to the finals. And they'll face either Argentina or Spain. Big comeback there. Opening gates rise. And right now the lead looks like it belongs to Argentina. Oh, almost dead even there. Watch it again. Let's see if Argentina gets out first. They were on the left side. Have to wonder what it is that causes them to typically get out first, but this time it's Spain. What in the funnel first comes out first, but they are very tight. They were basically right on each other before they make it to the conveyor belt. And let's see if Argentina can pick up some ground here. They do. Again, it's tight. Argentina is pushing Spain to the funnel. And now, do they get out first? If they do, they've got the advantage. If they don't, you still have to give Spain the advantage. They do. Argentina makes the pass in the funnel. Now they're making their way down that final portion of this course. Here comes Spain. They are tight. It is Spain that's going to make the pass and get the win. And Spain is into the final against Costa Rica. But first we'll get the third place matchup, which is between Korea and Argentina. I honestly thought the Korean Republic had a good chance to win this tournament, especially with how well they started running in the middle of this portion, but they got overtaken by Costa Rica at the end of this matchup. And now it looks like Argentina is going to get out first. Yep, they do have the lead, and they do get to the funnel first. And Argentina in the lead. Trying to grow that lead for the light blue and white marble. A little bit of silver mixed in there as well. The all blue of the Korean Republic. And they are trying to take the lead. However, Argentina did a great job of blocking that. And now they're going to try to quickly make it through. And this is going to be one of the bigger wins. Argentina secures third place and a spot on the podium as they take out Korea in dominant fashion, and they beat them by almost 8 seconds. That was the second largest win at 7.97 seconds, second largest of this tournament. And now we get to the final matchup of the day. This is the championship for the gold, and then subsequently the silver. Early lead belongs to Costa Rica. They are through the water portion for the final time. Lead belongs to Costa Rica. They're into the funnel first. Spain has gotten through the funnel first each of the last 2 times. That has been huge for them. This time, they will play catch-up, but it is a tight matchup, and they are coming right now for Costa Rica. Look how close they are. They ran into each other waiting for the conveyor belt, and they ended up in a spot of the course, or the spot of the conveyor belt, where it's very, very tight. It looks as though Spain has a little bit of more speed right now. They are trying to catch up very close with Costa Rica. Who gets out of this funnel first? That may determine the champion. It's Costa Rica. How big of a lead do they have? How much of a cushion do they have to get through this final portion? Not very much. However, they're down to the final spot. Costa Rica is going to be passed up. It's going to come down to the finish. Costa Rica gets it by 0.03 of a second. Costa Rica wins it. And you have to look at the slow-mo replay as just a hair too late for Spain. They earn the silver, but Costa Rica gets gold. What a finish, as you will crown the very deserving champion of Costa Rica. Argentina earns third. Spain, with a valiant effort, they get second, but Costa Rica with an incredible run at the end and a photo finish if you've ever seen one. They win the gold. They take home the trophy. An incredible matchup and a great finish to this tournament. And so for Marble Fubeca and for MSPN, I'm Rick O'Shea, and thanks for watching.
Hello, Marble Sports fans, and welcome back to another event here on Fubeca's Marble Runs. I'm Jeremiah, and I'm glad to be here for this Marble Curling Championship. This will be a one-on-one style tournament where each team will have to try to get their marbles closest to the center of the target at the end of the ice, similar to real curling where they have to get their stones to the center of the target. The marbles will have to go through a small track to get to the ice, starting with a small funnel to one lane and then to a dividing funnel, where they'll get jumbled up through the slalom into the big tube, where they'll enter the ice and try to get closest to the center of the target. How the scoring will work is if the marble lands in the bullseye, it'll get 5 points, and if they land in the red type circle, then they'll be getting 3 points, and then the outer white circle is 2, and then the super outer blue circle will be getting 1 point, and they won't be getting any points if they don't land in the circle. So here is the bracket system for this tournament, and it will be a dual tournament, and the first duel will be China versus Canada. So China on the left and Canada on the right. And they're off. Let's get a first look of how these marbles do in this tournament. And China going for the bullseye there. But they do wander off into the white zone. And it will be Canada, who will be advancing to the next round with 4 points. China only gets 3. Good job for Canada. That's definitely what you expect. Canada is one of those northern countries very good at curling. Next up we have Mexico versus Germany. Let's see. Looks like Mexico has 2, now 3. And Germany only has 1. Mexico will definitely be taking this heat with 6-1. Germany only having 1 marble in the blue ring. A dominant performance by Mexico. Next up we have Uruguay versus Indonesia. You can see marbles from both teams go on each side of that slalom section. Ooh, a hard hit from Uruguay there, hitting Indonesia out of the circle. And there's only 1 marble in the bullseye. Indonesia in the outer ring. And Indonesia will be taking this one by a slim margin. Uruguay getting 0 points. Next up, the USA versus Russia. Russia on the right and the USA on the left. They all get jumbled up there. Russia comes out first, but this event is not about speed, it's about score. The USA having 3 marbles there. See if that USA marble can get any closer to the red. No, they can't. They'll be taking this heat 3-1. Russia barely in that blue section up in the top. Next up, Vietnam versus Argentina. One of those Argentina marbles having some trouble getting out of that funnel right after the starting grid. And 3 Vietnam marbles out there on the left. Only 1 getting in that blue section though. That'll do it though. They will take this heat. 1-0. Definitely interesting how some of these heats are very high scoring and some of them have 1-0. Will we see a 0-0 match? Next up we have Portugal versus India. And Portugal passing the bullseye and actually exiting the target. India has 1 marble, and there's another one of those 1-0. India will advance to the next round. So India will be going up against Vietnam in the quarterfinals. Now it's time for Spain versus France. 2 neighboring countries in Europe. Let's see how they do. And France has 1 in the white circle. Spain only has 1 in the blue. France will be taking the seat 2-1. Next up for our final heat in this group, Brazil versus Pakistan. Brazil in the yellow and Pakistan in the green. They're all up in the circle at this point, but most of them fall out for Pakistan. Brazil has 2 in the blue, 1 in the white even. And Brazil will be taking this heat 3-1. Pakistan has 1 up in the blue, up in the top of the target. Now it's time for the quarterfinals. Brazil will be advancing to the quarterfinals with France. And now it's time for Canada versus Mexico. And 3 of the Mexico marbles stall at the starting gate. An interesting strategy by Mexico. Canada in the blue, Mexico coming up for the red. But they take a turn, now they're only in the blue. 2 Mexicos in the blue, 1 for Canada. So Mexico will be advancing to the semifinals with 2 points, Canada only having 1. Definitely a disappointment for Canada. I would have expected better from one of these northern teams who have experience in curling. Next up, Indonesia versus the USA. Two white-looking marbles. Indonesia is the pure white, and then the USA has the more blue and red. And the USA coming there, getting a red, possibly. Yes, they do. A 5-0 smash out for USA. Indonesia gets 0 points. A great performance by the USA. They'll be going up against Mexico once again in this tournament to see how they do in the semifinals. Now it's time for Vietnam versus India. And 1 India marble out there coming in for the red. Can they turn around? Yes, they can there. They're right on the edge. Vietnam coming in with the blue. India getting another blue as well. India will be getting 4 points because of that red. So they'll be advancing to the semifinals. Vietnam will be eliminated. Next up is our final quarterfinal, France versus Brazil. Brazil in the yellow and France in the blue. France coming out first. 2 France marbles in the red there, passing the bullseye. Brazil only has 1 in the blue. Both of the France marbles come out of the entire target, and Brazil holding it out, and they will be advancing to the semifinals. A definite disappointment for France, having 2 marbles very close to the center. They weren't able to slow down and stay in the target. So now for the semifinals, Mexico versus the U.S. The U.S. and Mexico, 2 rivals in these tournaments. Mexico having all 4, almost all 4. Now only 2 in the target. The USA has 1 in the white, but Mexico has 3 in the blue, and they will take this heat. USA will be eliminated. And Mexico has a chance for glory once again. So Mexico will be advancing to the finals against either India or Brazil. And they're off. One of the Brazil marbles lagging in that funnel back there. See how they do a hard hit from Brazil to their own team. And Brazil trying to get 2 marbles in the white. India messing around with the white as well. Brazil has 1 in the blue, and they will advance to the finals against Mexico, and India will be going in the 3rd place match. If India had gotten in that white, they still wouldn't have been able to make it because Brazil has 2 marbles. So Brazil will be going in the final round against Mexico, and now it is time for the 3rd place match. Will the USA be able to get a podium? We'll have to see here. USA's got 1 in the white, coming for the red, coming for the bullseye. Who passes it there? They looking like they might even exit the target. Yes, they will, but they have another one up on the top. And the US will beat India 1-0, and they'll be able to sit on the podium with Mexico and Brazil. And now it is time for the final round, Mexico versus Brazil. Here we go. And we're off. Mexico coming out first. And Brazil going for that red. Here comes another Mexico hitting. The Brazil marble hits the Mexico marble. Mexico coming up trying to hit the Brazil. Will it get a bullseye? It's close. And Mexico gets the red. Brazil not able to do it. And Mexico, once again, will be your champion of this tournament. Brazil coming in at second and the USA in third place. What a finish for Mexico. So Mexico will be your champion once again in this tournament. Congratulations to Mexico for being your champion of the Marble Curling Championship. Brazil coming in at second and the USA in third place. Mexico is doing a tremendous job at winning these friendly tournaments here on Fubeca's Marble Runs. And yet again, I have to say, Viva Mexico! If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Also share with your friends if you enjoy. And stay tuned for the next marble tournament here on Fubeca's Marble Runs. I'm Jeremiah, signing off. And until next time, this has been Fubeca's Marble Runs. Good day, everyone.
A new champion will be crowned today as we welcome you back to MSPN's coverage of Marble Fubeca. I'm Ricochet. Hello, friends. Another championship matchup here as you have a look at our gigantic course for a competition that we are referring to as the Halfpipes with Stitches. You see a long, winding course, a lot of halfpipes involved in this gigantic course. The way that this is going to work, each team, which will be representing their country, consisting of 5 players, will descend on the track with 7 different types of scoring opportunities. The winner between these countries, who will go head-to-head in a bracket-style tournament, is going to be determined by the country that scores more points overall. This is almost like plinko from the game show The Price is Right, as you will score different points, as you see right there on the screen right now. 8 points, 5 points, 2 point, 1 point, 3, 6, or 9 points potentially. You will have 5 players that will head down or representing each country will head down that course and make their way onto the halfpipes, which we have seen before. And there are your competitors. They are Cameroon, Russia, Japan, Chile on one portion of the bracket, then Colombia, Spain, Brazil, and the Philippines. For another part of the bracket, on the other side, England, India, Argentina, the United States, Portugal, Canada, Mexico, and France will face off, and our first matchup is between Russia and Cameroon. One more look at the large structure. Quite impressive the structure is itself as we head up to the starting gates. And here we go, all heading into that big funnel. This is not a speed competition at all, so it really doesn't matter what order you go down. Cameroon still has one that is way up towards the top as they start to make their way down this large course. And the first score will be 3 points to Russia, 3 more goes to Russia. They put in a 2. Cameroon has not had someone score yet. Which marble will go down for them? 2 points for them. They'll add 5. Cameroon very close. They went the wrong way. They end up with 1. And now Russia and Cameroon close to coming down one more time. 3 down for both countries right now. And they both will add in 1 more point. Down to 1 marble each for Russia and Cameroon. Russia a little bit closer to finishing off their scoring. They might end up with 2, they might end up with 1. We'll see. Cameroon still pretty far up the course there, as 1 more for Russia. They're done. Cameroon is going to have the highest scoring marble. They picked up 5. They are almost at a standstill as they'll come down 1 more half pipe. 2 more to go before they will head down the final portion of the track to determine their score. Again, coming nearly to a stop. Taking their time making it down this course. And they will land with 3. Cameroon takes it by a final of 12-10 over Russia. That 5-pointer turns out to be very big, so Cameroon moves on to what is the quarterfinals, and our next matchup will be France against Mexico. You get 1 opportunity, so every one of these marbles is going to count. See some of the exterior here on this course. France with the blue and white, and Mexico with the 2 shades of green. France has 3 of their marbles already into the half pipes. Meanwhile, Mexico has the final 3 marbles to get out of the funnels. Again, speed doesn't matter, the scoring is what matters. And let's see, France has the first one go down. They'll pick up 1 and 3 respectively. And 1 and 3 again. They only have 1 left. Meanwhile, the first for Mexico will be 2 points. Mexico might end up with 5. They do. Big run there for Mexico. Now they pick up 6 on the other side. Mexico coming up with clutch scores right now. And they're going to get either 6 or 9 more. That's going to finish it off for France. They finish with a 3. And Mexico seems that they have a pretty dominant win here. 9 points all the way up at the top for Mexico. And they will head down this final half pipe and seemingly cruise to a victory. Very impressive. Some high scores there from Mexico. Highest score we saw in our first matchup was from Cameroon. They scored 5. Mexico did that a couple times, and more than that. They beat France in a dominant showing, 27-11. They score 2 5s, a 6, a 9, and a 2. As Mexico will advance onto the quarterfinal, joining Cameroon. And now we get the Philippines against Brazil. That was an impressive run by Mexico. You see, there are their fans. There are the Brazilian fans. Each country has their cheering section, watching on from the bleachers above. Philippines with the blue and the mostly yellow, somewhat blue marbles. There's a little bit of blue in there, but mostly yellow for Brazil. And one of the Philippines marbles is stuck. They are still at the top, haven't even gotten into that first funnel. Meanwhile, 6 points goes to the Philippines on their first score. Brazil is going to pick up 9. Big run there. 3 more for Brazil. That's 1 point for the Philippines, who are still struggling to get one of their marbles down. 3 more, and 2 added for the Philippines. Meanwhile, the Philippines, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, as they still have a marble that has not even gotten through that funnel. I'm not sure what happened, but one of the Philippines marbles got stuck before the first funnel, let alone the second, not to mention all the half pipes you got to get down. A lot of 3s for Brazil, but if you only have 4 marbles, there's a much better chance that the country that gets 5, and yeah, they're going to just disqualify that Philippines marble, and it is a 10-point victory for Brazil, 21-11, as the Philippines only get 4 of their 5 marbles down, and a easy win there for Brazil, as they are on to the quarterfinals. And that moves us to England against India. That is a very interesting situation that you saw there, as a less than stellar run. Let's see if all the marbles this time getting through that first funnel. That's good. England with mostly clear, and the green marbles representing the country of India. Everybody's going to get through the funnel, so that is a plus there. First marble down is going to be 3 for England. You can see these marbles are rather similar looking. Right now, they are tied at 5 apiece. And now a big 5 spot there. And England has the advantage. So checking, making sure we've got no marbles stuck in the funnels. 2 more left to go for England. Only 1 left for India. Both hanging on. There we go, coming down to that final half pipe, and it's going to be 1 more point for England. Now both countries with 1 marble left to go. And they are in the same half pipe there. They head down different angles. India picks up 3. England picks up 1, and England with a very narrow 1-point victory, 12 points to 11. They will move on to the quarterfinals. That was a tight one. As England is through, India is eliminated, and now Chile and Japan. As they will head down the half pipes. Already pretty close. And we'll see what our first score is. It will be 5 points. I believe that is Chile. And it has the more blue, and I think the Japan is the one with more of the red involved there. Got a couple of 6s, a 3, a couple of 1s. There's a 2, a 5, and 8 all the way down there. I totally missed that one. Big score, 8. Some high scores here. We only have 1 marble left. High scoring. And we'll end with 5 more. How about that? Japan, dominant. Picked up a couple of 6s and 8, a couple of 5s. And they with an easy win over Chile. Now we get Canada against Portugal. Here in this first round matchup of the half pipes with stitches. All about scoring points. Who cares how long it takes you to get there? Marbles with the green are going to be representing Portugal. And the way that the marbles are designed, and the fact that they have a lot of clear in them, makes these marbles that are representing Canada look very almost pinkish, almost like a salmon color. And very quickly down, 3 already through. And they have their points determined for Portugal. That's a 5 and a couple of 2s. First score for Canada is a 3. That's going to be followed up by another 3. Just missed a 6. Another 2 is through for Portugal. And look at that. Canada has 2 of their marbles stuck, and they might get eliminated. This is unbelievable. Yeah, that's it. Canada has 2 of their marbles stick against each other, and they will lose this one. A devastating loss for Canada. Portugal picks up 14. 3 of them landed in the 2. They move on. They will face Mexico in the quarterfinal, and now we get Spain against Colombia. That is heartbreaking for the Canadians. Only lost by 5, and you had 2 marbles that didn't score points. Good chance, I think, that they may have been able to pick up, I would say, at least those 5 points to tie out of those 2 marbles. That is really, really hard to swallow if you're Canada, as we get Spain against Colombia. A 1, a couple of 2s. For the most part, we've seen a lot of the middle 2, which is the 1 and the 2 in the yellow. Some 3s. I think we've seen 1 9, 1 8. And look at that, once again. It's happened again. 2 more marbles. And again, they're for the same country. Have gotten each other caught up and will eliminate each other. This is got to be just heartbreaking for not only the players, marbles representing their countries doing the best they can, as Colombia is going to defeat Spain. And once again, Spain, for the second straight time, it is a close match lost by a country that only had 3 of their marbles finish. Colombia is through, and now we get the United States against Argentina. Argentina with the blue marbles, and it's almost a metallic look for the United States. Everybody going to make it through that first funnel. Argentina finally making it through. Everybody's going to clear the second funnel as well. Head down to the half pipes. U.S. taking it very slowly. They still have the last 3 marbles to come out of the funnel. Everybody taking their time. First to go down will be the U.S. with 2. 1 point for Argentina. 2 more for the U.S. They score 1. Argentina picks up 2 and 1. It's a little bit of a lead right now for the U.S. Still 2 marbles for both to go. There's a 6 and another 6 for Argentina. Big run for the Argentines. And now the U.S. picks up 5, and it's going to come down to this final marble. Long way to go before the U.S. will have their final marble hit. And a lot of pressure got to be on. Can they make the right turn? 2 more half pipes to clear. Which way do they fall? The weight of a country on the shoulders of that marble right now. The U.S. needs a big run, otherwise Argentina is going to move on. Let's see where it goes. It hits down the 5. And Argentina holds on. What a run. 16-15, and the Argentines are into the quarterfinals. That is huge. We will get Japan versus Cameroon. Japan with mostly blue and those mint-colored marbles representing Cameroon. Spot in the semis on the line. Let's see in this second round, the quarterfinals, if these marbles are able to learn something from what we saw from some of the other countries who got their own marbles stuck. All 3 that did not have. There's a lot of scoring quickly coming through the 1 and the 2. There's a 3. All 3 of the countries that had less than all 5 of their marbles finish, none of them were able to advance. Spain and Canada had their 2 knocked out on their own, knocking out 2 of their marbles with each other, and that cost them dearly, as they both unable to advance. Low scoring round here. Nobody has scored more than 3. Both countries still have 1 marble going, and they are almost running identically side by side with each other. Let's see which one goes first. There is Japan. Japan's going to go down with a 2. Low scoring. Let's see if Cameroon can ice it. It goes down that yellow one. That's going to be a big score. Nope, heads down the red. That's 3. Cameroon is still able to hold on. And a low scoring match goes to Cameroon. They are into the semifinals, beating Japan by a final of 12-9. And we will go with Mexico against Portugal now on the opposite side of the bracket. These are similar looking marbles. Mexico is on the left and Portugal on the right. Mexico has the black streak. These marbles are mostly green. The difference is either the black or what looks like almost a maroon color. First one down, I believe that is Portugal, and it's 6 points. Good run. Everybody doing a pretty good job right now. Everybody pretty consistent. There's a 1. There's 9 for Mexico. 3 for Mexico. 6 and another 6. Look at that. This one will head down all the way at the top. Is it 9 or is it 6? This could be a determining factor for Mexico. It will, as it slows nearly to a halt. Which way will it fall? It's going to go down the 9. Big run, and Mexico wins it 28-20 on a huge run. 2 9s and 3 6s. And Portugal, or rather Mexico I should say, is on to the semifinals. They join Cameroon, and they will be joined by either Colombia or Brazil. Brazil is on the left with the blue and the yellow, and then Colombia with the yellow and red streaks. Coincidentally, a lot of these countries that are facing off here in this second round happen to have very similar looking marbles, the way that it was able to shake out through that first round. A couple of points up there for Brazil. They are all over the middle of the board, and that's going to cost them. They might be in some trouble. They didn't score more than 3 on any of their marbles. 5 points on the first one to fall for Colombia. They're in a huge spot. As long as they don't get their marbles stuck. They have a couple of them that are pretty close with each other. They're both going to fall. They are both going to fall down the 6 lane. Huge run. Colombia hasn't scored less than 5 on a marble. And that will continue. Another 6. Colombia just pouring it on. And the final one will be 2. It is a blowout. To advance to the semifinals, Colombia 25, Brazil 8. Dominant there. They will face Cameroon in the semis. And our final matchup, Argentina against England. Argentina, with that very tight victory over the United States, won it by a point. England is on the left with the mostly clear marbles and the light blue of Argentina. And everybody making their way through the funnels and down the half pipes. Biggest thing, you just want to make sure you don't get yourself stuck, especially if you're in there with a teammate. First one down is England with 3. Followed up with 1 for Argentina, 3 for Argentina, 1 and 1 and 1 for England. That hurts. There's 3 more for Argentina. Both down to their final marble. This needs to be a big run for England. They had 3 of them land in the 1 spot. I'm sorry, there's still 2 more for Argentina. 1 all the way up at that second grouping of the half pipes. Long way to go. There's 3 more for Argentina. Let's see if England can get a big run. They do. They pick up 6. That was important for England. They had a rough go of it. 3 in a row with pretty quick succession, falling down the lane that gives you only a single point. And now we will wait for Argentina. Long way to go still. 2 more sets of half pipes. Right now on line maybe to score 6, maybe 3. Depends. Either that or it could end up with 3 or 1, depending on which way Argentina falls out of that one. It's going to be either 3 or 1, and it will go down the 3, which is where 4 of the marbles landed, and Argentina again with a 1-point victory into the semifinals after beating the U.S. by a point and beating England by just 1 single point. We're into the semis. Cameroon on the left in the mint. Yellow with red stripes is Colombia. 1 spot in the championship round. And so far, with the exception of those 3 countries in the first round, all in the first round that had troubles getting all their marbles down, everybody else has done a good job. First one down will be 2 points for Cameroon, 1 point for Colombia. Early lead goes to Cameroon. Everybody working their way through down to the final half pipe. 2 more for Cameroon, 3 for Cameroon, 2 for Colombia. Everybody pretty tight. 3 more to go for Colombia. Now they're down to 2 as they score 3. Both countries have 2 marbles left. If you look down to that final spot, that is going to be 9 points for Cameroon. Big run. That may be a clincher. Everybody else is right towards the middle of this part. That's 1 point for Cameroon. They're done. 1 point for Colombia. They're in some trouble now. This is going to fall the right way for them, at least in terms of that last one. They pick up 3, but it is too little too late. Cameroon with that 1-9 wins it 17-10. They are into the championship. And they will face either Mexico or Argentina, who has won 2 one-point battles. Pretty easy to tell who's who. Green with black stripes is Mexico, and the light blue of the Argentines, also with a black stripe. Everybody headed down. Still have 4 marbles that are up in the funnels, and both countries score 1 on their first marble down. Mexico puts in 1 more point. Now it's 3 points for Argentina, 3 points for Mexico. Mexico puts in another 1. That's 1 for Argentina. 6 there. Big run. Mexico. Everybody was really tight, and I think Mexico got them this time. There's still 1 more to go, but it's going to have to be a pretty good run there for Argentina. Everybody in the 1s and the 3s except for the 1 marble for Mexico that scored 6. Is that enough? It really depends on what Argentina does here. Slowing very far down. They're all the way up at the second group of the half pipes. Slowly making their way down, making sure everybody soaks in the anticipation. Soaking in the emotions of how tight this could be. Mexico and Argentina coming right down to the wire. And down the middle it goes. It is 1 point, and Mexico is going to win it. 12-7, Argentina's magic runs out. Mexico is in the final, and they face Cameroon with a chance to take home that trophy. But first we have the 3rd place match between Colombia and Argentina. Argentina able to make it through consecutive 1-point wins before falling at the hands of Mexico. And there is the cheering section for the Argentines. We're on the right side out of the starting gates. And away they go. First one down into a half pipe is going to be Argentina, and the last one out of the first funnel will be one of the Colombia marbles. Making their way down, they race with each other. 6 points to Argentina, 3 points to Colombia. Early lead to the Argentines. 1 point for Colombia. And now it looks like a couple of marbles got stuck. Oh, and Argentina comes up and knocks one out. There's still 2 more that are stuck up at the top of the screen. They're in trouble. I don't think they're going to be able to dislodge themselves. That's 1 marble for both countries. They had another spot where 2 were stuck, and Argentina had one of their marbles come in and knock it straight out. 2 more left for Argentina, and it doesn't look like either of the marbles up at the top are going to be able to move on. So they are both going to be disqualified or unable to finish this, and it will make it a 12-11 final, and Argentina takes 3rd place, and you guessed it, they take it by just 1 point. So that brings us now to the championship match. Cameroon, with the first matchup we saw, they took out Russia, and they have plowed through the rest of the crowd. On the other side, it's Mexico, beating what may have seemed to be a country with the destiny on their side. 3 one-point wins for Argentina, but Mexico, it was not to be against them. The crowds watching on, representing their countries, all the countries that were represented here in this half-pipe championship. Mexico to the left, in green and black, and the mint of Cameroon, and we are underway. Who takes home the trophy? That is the answer. All you want right now if you're these two countries is to make sure all 5 of your marbles make it through. First one is down. It's Mexico with 5 points. Second one is down. It's Mexico adding 1 more. Third is going to fall, and it looks like it's Mexico. They add 1 more point. 5 points for Cameroon. They answered. They pick up 3. They pick up 3. They picked up another 3. 3 in a row fall down that third pipe. Scoring 9 points total there for Cameroon. They have the advantage. 5 points go through for Mexico. What an answer. It's down to the final 2 marbles. Mexico a little bit ahead of Cameroon. But again, it doesn't matter when you finish. It matters where you finish. Cameroon jumps ahead. Heads down the 1. And it's down to Mexico. They will finish at 1. And Cameroon, by a final of 15-13, beats Mexico in a tight final that saw some low scorers and some high scorers, and Cameroon will finish atop the podium. Argentina will take their place in third. Mexico as the runner-up. But all eyes are on Cameroon after an impressive run from the very first matchup we saw against Russia all the way through to a 2-point championship win over Mexico. And there are some of the marbles that actually did the running for their countries. And Cameroon will be taking home the trophy here for the half-pipe with stitches race. A very exciting race that, lucky for us, ended up with a just 2-point victory in the final race for a championship for Cameroon. And so that does it for MSPN's coverage of Marble Fubeca. Congratulations to Cameroon, but until next time, I'm Rick O'Shea.
Hello and welcome to the Halfpipe Quadrilla Coding Countryballs tournament here on Fubeca's Marble Runs. I'm Jeremiah and I'll be your commentator for this event. We have 20 countries from around the globe coming here to show their coding skills and hopefully win the top prize championship trophy. And now it's time for the opening ceremony to introduce all 20 countries who will be competing in this tournament. Starting off the Parade of Nations, we have France. France finished 4th overall in the last Quadrilla tournament. Can they make podium this year? Hopefully so. Next up, we have Spain. Spain finishing 14th in last year's tournament. They're coming back to prove themselves in this tournament. Next up, Switzerland. Switzerland finishing in 17th in the last tournament. Let's see if they can do better in this tournament. Next up, the Netherlands. Next up, Portugal. Germany. Vietnam. Indonesia. Pakistan. Japan. China. Last tournament, China got 3rd place. Can they do just as well in this tournament? Italy. India. Mexico. Our previous 2nd place champion, the USA. The UK. Canada. The Philippines. And our previous champion, Brazil. And finally, Argentina. And as the opening ceremony comes to a close, we have all 20 countries ready to compete in the Halfpipe Quadrilla Coding Countryballs tournament here on Fubeca's Marble Runs. And the first event of the Halfpipe Quadrilla Coding Countryballs tournament is about to begin. Here is the bracket system for the first event of this tournament. We have 5 marbles per group, and then the top 3 from each group will move on to the semifinals and then to the finals. And this tournament is all about being able to have some efficient coding and not making any errors, because if you make an error, you will not advance to the next round. You can see today's track with multiple paths, and the code is all that matters. Which path will you take determines how well you will do in this tournament. Our first group, we have the Netherlands, France, Canada, Argentina, and Vietnam. And we are off. 2 marbles on the right side, 3 on the left. Into the merge spiral. Who comes out first? It's Argentina, being followed by Vietnam. But as we go through these funnels, everything starts getting mixed up. Who will come out on top? It's Argentina. Into the second to last funnel, and this is a really important coding aspect here, because if you make a wrong move, like Vietnam did right there, you will get a coding error, which means you will not advance to the next round. Argentina comes in at first, Netherlands in second, and Canada will be the third marble to have a clean code, and will be the third marble to advance to the semifinals. Vietnam and France making some errors, therefore being eliminated from this first event. Argentina, Netherlands, and Canada in semifinal A. Now it's time for Group B. We have China, India, Germany, United Kingdom, and Indonesia. And we're off. Once again, we have 2 marbles on the right, 3 on the left. But which side is faster? Into the merge spiral. It will be China in the lead, being followed by Indonesia into the bell funnel, up into these orange funnels, and the United Kingdom's all alone on the left side, and Germany breaks away here. But can they make a clean decision here? Yes, they can. And we have 3 marbles after that. United Kingdom making the first error of this race. There goes China, and they'll get second place. And there's an error by Indonesia. No, that's India. And Indonesia able to make a clean move, and they'll be in third place. So they will advance along with Germany and China. United Kingdom and India, both having coding errors, will be eliminated. And they will face off in the semifinal A versus Argentina, the Netherlands, and Canada. Next up, we have Group C. Brazil, Spain, Italy, Mexico, and Portugal. It seems like we always have 3 marbles on the left side, 2 on the right, and is Brazil, who comes out with an early lead. Spain close behind, then Italy. Where is Brazil? There they are. Spain takes the lead here into the penultimate funnel. Portugal able to come out first. Who will come out in second? It's Brazil, but they make a coding error, and they will be eliminated from this event. And there goes Mexico as well. They will be eliminated. Italy comes in at second, and Spain will round off your top 3. Portugal, Italy, and Spain will be advancing to semifinal B. Next up, we have Group D, the Philippines, the USA, Japan, Switzerland, and Pakistan. And we are off. This time we get 3 marbles on the right side, breaking the streak. And I think Japan taking a little bit of a shortcut there, missing one of the rotations through that funnel, giving them a slight lead. Into these orange funnels, it's the Philippines who comes out first, Japan in second. Can Japan take the lead? Yes, they do. Into the final funnel, who comes out in second? It's the USA. They make a coding error, and they will be eliminated, as well as for Switzerland. So Japan will be in first, Philippines in second, and Pakistan will be your third marble, advancing to semifinal B. And the USA and Switzerland will be eliminated. And now for semifinal A, we have Argentina, the Netherlands, Canada, Germany, China, and Indonesia. 6 marble race this time. And only 3 will advance to the final. The percentage for advancing has gone down. 3 marbles on each side. Germany leading on the left and Canada on the right. Into the merge funnel, it's Canada who comes out first. Germany following close behind. Into the double funnel. And it will be Argentina who takes the early lead. Well, I guess the late lead. And who will come out of this penultimate funnel first? It's Argentina, and Canada makes the first move. Indonesia has also made an error, as well as for China. Argentina, the Netherlands, and Germany have prevailed and will advance to the final round of this first event. Only 3 more marbles can make it to the final. Out of 6 in semifinal B. Which 3 will it be? And we're off with the Philippines, Japan, Spain, Pakistan, Italy, and Portugal. As we slowly go through these first 2 funnels, who comes out first? It will be the Philippines, Pakistan, and Japan, close behind into the double funnel. Really what you need to do here is get out early like Pakistan is doing right now. Can they get out of this funnel before Japan overtakes them? And there goes Spain. Portugal will be eliminated. First coding error of this race. There's the second. Pakistan making a mistake as well. Spain and Japan have advanced. Which marble will advance with them? It will be Italy. And the Philippines will be eliminated as well. Spain, Japan, and Italy will advance to the final round of this event. Argentina, the Netherlands, Germany, Japan, Spain, and Italy. Only one can be the champion of this event. Who do you think will win? Comment down below. And they are off. It's the Netherlands leading on the left funnel, Germany on the right. Into the merge funnel and is Argentina, who pulls out away. Spain coming in a second. And we have a yellow flag here. Multiple marbles stuck in this blue bell funnel. Will we have a restart? The authorities are investigating this situation. We're awaiting a decision here. There goes Argentina. Are they able to make it out of there? Well, actually, no. It was Spain who was able to make it out of there, and then the other marbles wedge against each other. And they run out, able to finish the race. So we will have a restart in the first incident of this tournament. And we're off once again. This time Argentina in the lead, Spain in the lead on the right funnel. Will Spain do the same strategy for a second time? No, they won't. Into the double funnel, and there goes Argentina into the penultimate funnel. Can Japan make a move? No. Argentina in the final funnel, and Argentina will be the champion of the first event of Halfpipe Quadrilla Coding Countryball's tournament. Germany comes in at, Italy comes in at second. Japan will come in at third. The other 3 marbles all made coding errors, so they'll be 4th through 6th, sorted out by time. But these are your 3 podium marbles. Argentina with the gold, Italy with the silver, and Japan with the bronze. And of course, Argentina makes the final move of the bracket, all alone there with the win. And here are your full results with the points added for each country and all the respective times. Argentina in first with 25 points, Italy getting 20, and Japan with 18. And of course, here is the full standings, showing the medal count as well, because that will be important for tie-breaking as we get further into this season. Of course, a gold medal, very useful in terms of tie-breaking for Argentina. Italy and Japan also getting some useful points there with the medal count. Congratulations to Argentina for getting first place in the first event of this tournament. Italy coming in at second, and Japan in the bronze. All marbles performing very well and not making any mistakes in their coating. Hello and welcome back to the Quadrilla Coating Countryballs Tournament presented by Halfpipe Toys. I'm Jeremiah and welcome back to Fubeca's Marble Runs. We are here at event 2 of this tournament. And of course all these countries are going to prove themselves as the king of coating as we go on through this tournament. Here is the overall standings from the last event. Argentina getting the gold with Italy in second and Japan in third place. Will they be able to stay up in these top 3 spots after the second event? We are about to find out. Here is the bracket system for today's event. 4 groups, each with 5 marbles. And the top 3 will advance to the semifinals from each group for a 6 marble battle down to the final round. And we're off with the first battle. We have the Netherlands, France, Spain, Pakistan, and Italy. Through these spiral funnels they go. And it looks to be Italy who comes out in the lead. Netherlands up in the lead now as we enter this larger funnel. And now there's a lot of different paths here. This is where the coating is really important. Looks like 2 marbles have made coating errors on the top and the bottom paths. And 3 have made it to the next round. Italy in first, Netherlands in second, and Spain in third place. Pakistan and France both making coating errors. Next up, we have Argentina, Canada, India, Philippines, and Switzerland. And they are off. Around these funnels once again, it's Switzerland leading the pack on the right funnel, Argentina leading on the left. Argentina, our last event winner, already coming out in the lead in this race. Let's see if they can have some pure coating. Yes, they do. Go through the middle lane. Argentina will advance as well as for Canada and India. Philippines and Switzerland will be eliminated, both with coating errors through these paths. Canada getting first place. Argentina actually losing out on first and second in that final funnel. Next up, we have Group C. We have Brazil, Japan, China, Indonesia, and Portugal. And we have a marble off the track. We have a yellow flag. Who is that? That's Indonesia. Falling off the track here. I'm going to investigate the footage here. See if there's anyone to blame or if this was a pure accident. Watch the white marble on the bottom path here, right behind China. It seems like China bumped Indonesia just enough to cause them to miss that exit hole. We will have a restart because this is unfair to Indonesia. We would have an instant elimination. And we are off once again. This time it's Portugal leading the pack on the left side. And Indonesia leading the pack on the right side. They're not taking any chances this time. And now they're in the middle of the pack. And there goes Portugal with some clean coating as well as for Brazil and China. And that will eliminate Japan and Indonesia, both making coating errors. It's really important that you know which place you are when you enter these paths. If you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, it will cause you to make a coating error. Now for the final group of the group stage. We have Vietnam, the USA, Germany, Mexico, and the United Kingdom. The UK in the lead in the left funnel. And the USA in the lead on the right as we all merge into this next funnel. It's the USA in the lead. But as we go through these paths, the marbles start getting jumbled up. Who will be clean in their coating. It's the USA, Mexico, and Vietnam. The United Kingdom makes a coating error as well as for Germany. So they will be eliminated. The USA, Mexico, and Vietnam will be the final 3 marbles to make it out of the group stage. Now it's time for semifinal A. We have Italy, the Netherlands, Spain, Canada, India, and Argentina. Our previous winner. And Italy was in the top 3 as well. We need to keep an eye on them as well. Through these funnels, it's the Netherlands who takes the lead. And we have a little bit of a jumble there, almost a DNF, but they were able to keep rolling as we go through these next couple paths. Who will make it to the final round? And we have our first coding error by the Netherlands. And then Italy and Spain will make coding errors as well. India, Argentina, and Canada will advance to the final round. Argentina still has a chance of getting the second win of this tournament, but Italy will not be in the top 3 in this event. Now for semifinal B, we have Portugal, China, Brazil, the USA, Vietnam, and Mexico. And we are off to the final semifinal of this event. And it is Mexico in the lead on this bottom funnel, but Brazil had a little bit of a lead there, but they lost it to Mexico and the USA there. And Mexico and the USA will both have clean coding. Brazil and Vietnam will have coding errors. And that will pass. Well, actually, Mexico also having clean coding, but they're the last marble to make it to the bottom of the racetrack. So they will be eliminated as well. This is the first time we've seen marble be eliminated without making a coding error. Very unfortunate for Mexico. And now it's time for the final match of this event. We have Argentina, India, Canada, the USA, Portugal, and China. Can Argentina pull off a win here and get a 2-win streak? We're about to find out. Around these first 2 funnels, the USA in the lead in the left funnel. But Argentina comes out with the lead. If they hold it, they have a guaranteed win. Through the final paths, Argentina in the final funnel. Can they make it? No. Portugal takes the lead, as well as for China. Can Argentina get top 3? No. India will get the bronze. Argentina with a 4th place finish. Canada and the USA both making coding errors, but Portugal being the champion of Event 2 of the Quadrilla Coding Countryball Tournament, presented by Halfpipe Toys. Unfortunate for Canada and the USA, so close to that podium, but Argentina was even closer, but so close, but so far. Portugal with the win. They will get the most points in this whole result. 25 points from Portugal, China with 20, India 18, Argentina only getting 16. But they had 25 in the last event. So I believe they'll still be in the lead as we take a look at the full standings. Yes, Argentina with 41 points, still in the lead. Portugal coming up to second with 38. Italy in third with 31 points. China in fourth. Netherlands round off your top 5. Argentina with 41 points, only 3 points ahead of second place Portugal. But then it's a whole 7-point difference between Portugal and third place Italy. So really this is a battle between Argentina and Portugal as we go on through this tournament. Right now, Portugal sitting on the top of the podium. Congratulations to Portugal. China, congratulations to them as well, getting second place. And India in third place. All 3 of these marbles had clean coding. Hello and welcome to Day 3 of the Quadrilla Coding Countryballs Tournament presented by Halfpipe Toys here on Fubeca's Marble Runs. I'm Jeremiah and I'll be your commentator for this event. Today we have a more funnel-based event where each marble has to get as far down the funnels as possible But of course, there is the coding element at the end of the track, and if your coding is incorrect, you will be eliminated. Here are the overall standings as of now. Argentina in first place with 41 points, Portugal coming in at second, and Italy coming in at third. And now it's time to start event 3 of this tournament, Mixed Funnels. Of course, we have our standard bracket group once again. Top 3 marbles from each event will get to the semifinals, and then the top 3 from each of the semifinals will go on to the final. First, we have Group A. We have the Philippines, Spain, Portugal, Canada, and China. As we go down these funnels, looks to be the Philippines who comes out first. China in second over there on the right funnel. And we all combine down here into this middle path. And this is where the orange small funnel section really starts to take shape. And it is the Philippines who holds the lead as we go into funnel number 3. But there goes China in the first place down the xylophone and into the essential coding area. China makes a correct coding, but Canada does not. As we go into this funnel, it's Spain who comes out first, China in second. Portugal makes a coding error. And the Philippines are able to have clean coding, and they get to advance along with China and Spain. Canada and Portugal making coding errors, they will be eliminated. So essentially how this coding section works, the first marble will advance, and after that the second marble will be eliminated, third marble will advance, the fourth marble will be eliminated, and the fifth marble will advance. So really, you want to be either first, last, or in the middle. You don't want to be in second or fourth, because you will be eliminated. Which is a little bit of a different strategy compared to normal marble racing, because generally in marble racing you just want to be in the top, but this gives the marbles at the back a chance at winning as well. Group B, we have France, Brazil, Mexico, Germany, and Switzerland. As we go down funnel number 2, it's Mexico who's leading the pack along with Switzerland. So only one of these marbles will advance, but there goes France, and they will advance. And it's Germany who comes in a second. They make a coding error, and they will be eliminated. Mexico comes in a second. Who will come up next? That will be eliminated. It will be Brazil. And Switzerland will advance along with France and Mexico. Switzerland finishing up this funnel. The longest time by far. But the time is only important if there's a tiebreaker, which shouldn't really happen.